everybody. Happy winter solstice 2020. So, this is an incredible day today. One that I've actually lived my whole life waiting for. And the reason why is because today, the planetary alignments the planets that are aligned are basically like opening doors so that we can just walk. I guess it would kind of be like if, you know, another planet or another building just sort of attached itself to my building, and I was able to open my doors and walk right out from my home into theirs. That's what happens today, and there are a lot of resources leaving planet Earth today, such as gold, because it's so useful on other planets. Our planet is one of the most richest planets of vitamins, minerals, and gold of any others. Anyway, we sort of have an incredible celebration to talk about today, and that is that we're here. Because 4 times before, when we reach this exact planetary alignment, which occurs about every 27,000 years, and then there are many sub-cycles within that cycle, so like every 5,000 some odd years, but this one is quite profound, because what happens is actually the north and south pole shift, and as microcosms of the macrocosm, the same happens with us. So basically that we can sort of envision through our astrological chart. So that's really distracting. It's really distracting. Anyway, and also the other planetary help, right? Other benevolent, positive forces are sort of breaking us from this shackles of the matrix, of this dense 3D where we're just sort of pounded into density when really naturally we're so lucid. And also, a lot of this has to do with our heart chakra. And I won't buy any more remote control things if I keep hearing them during my video. When really the flower of life is, I believe, sort of the main foundation of our planet, which is a reflection also of our heart. Again, always like, you know, as above as below, well, the macrocosm and microcosm, we're the same. Mother Earth has experienced so much detriment, so have we as human beings. It's the same, and we're all healing. And the most profound chakra we have, the strongest, the most incredible electromagnetic force there is, emanates from our hearts. This way, from the front and the back, our chakras look like funnels, and the opening of the funnel is in front of us and behind my back too, going up the other way, you know, like that, you know, are our chakras. So, what a lot of people don't know is that what a lot of people don't realize is there are multiple teams. Here on planet Earth, there are multiple different beings. So, like, most specifically, let's just understand that there are 2 teams, dark and light. The dark would be like the Draco reptilians and the Orions, who have been feeding off of humanity's trauma, and therefore they're the ones who have been creating trauma. They've been just raping and pillaging Earth, and therefore Earth's inhabitants. Just my luck, I begin my video finally when my friend begins working here. Anyway, Manique here, the animal totem is the deer, and today's energy on the Mayan calendar, which is very interesting. The book The Mayan Factor went from being about $35 to now like triple in price, $90. I caught it so many times. And the dark ones who just try to make your life hell, by astral tagging you and knowing your every next move and plotting to stop it. Adelina Bond, I totally have been through what you've been through. And today I was thinking, like, how many young millennials probably could benefit from understanding the different patterns and techniques that are sort of used against us in a very painful way, in every physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual way. And like we're really naive, and because we just want to be helpful and happy and do kind things. Anyway, Monique, today's energy, which the Mayans knew very well, would connect us so that we could actually do our own Google search. You know, we do not need these devices, the computers, the telephones, to send a text message. If I want to see so-and-so today, I send them a message, and guess what? I see his ass on the street because we communicated. And that's the best way to leave no trace, and that's what the Draco Reptilians, the Orions, who have enmeshed us in this matrix, that's what they, like wanted to imprison our brain so that we didn't do that, so that we'd have to rely on them and pay them not only with our trauma and our physical and all of our energy, not only all of that energy, but then as being slaves and then physically paying monopoly money for the telephone service that I'm using to text and using to make this video, right? But actually, if I was tuned in like our ancestors were, if I was tuned into nature, I wouldn't need all these silly gadgets that break. It costs us so much money. And our kids would be feeling better, they wouldn't be fat, they would be exercising, they would be doing incredible things, they would be creating all the time and working in the garden and just a lot healthier and happier. They're not happier when they're on these devices. They get ugly using these devices because they are actually a means to get into a person. That's another thing. That's what this whole astral game has been about, with these fourth dimensional astral entities that astral tag us light workers so that they can just basically keep setting up roadblocks for us on our path and try to deviate us from our path and inhabit our bodies. I mean, can you imagine walking around a foreign land, having learned that you need to keep telling yourself that you're 50% more basically of you than the entity that's trying to inhabit your body. Because actually a lot of spirits wanted to be here at this time, and they're just apparently this is some insight. There weren't enough bodies to go around, or probably really we couldn't fit any more people onto this planet. I think could be more the case. I don't know, but so there's so much going on in the astral world, and that's what's been ruling us. And then their representative, the reptiloids on the planet, okay, are clones. They not only just stole everything from us, like our ideas, our artwork, our passions, our children, our many things, right? Not only that, and now I lost my thought. Oh, they also seek to basically inhabit, take over our bodies, right? And because some of us fight to clear that out, to clear those energies out. And just really quick, let's remember, like, how do they even get into our bodies? Through all the crap we eat. It's so unnatural. Through drugs, through alcohol, through sex. So a lot of really beautiful souls are sent. What do they call them? You have I'm not thinking of the word right now. My music. Okay, well, somebody who comes into your life and they try to be the sort of most intimate person in your life, and really they're being from another planet, and they're just trying to harm you. So we have to be very discerning, and I've seen a lot of my very talented friends have this beautiful people have this happen to us, you know. So we have to really learn how to protect our energy, and how we have to take responsibility for the incredible energetic beings that we are. I just told you guys, we don't need our phones, we can do this work, we don't need our computers. All of this exists internally, and it was built from the information that was taken from within our living, walking library, which is our bodies, right? Come on, music. And so I want to talk about today's energy from the Mayan calendar, which is Manik, the deer, you can think of it as. They call it blue hand as well, because it's a healing symbol, so it's just so perfectly fitting for today. And basically it's a gateway. Again, I'm talking about this. Manik is a gateway, it's an opening, a portal from one understanding to another. It's a clue to the meaning of blue hand is found in the meditation, I am, by thinly veiled design, the threshold to other dimensions. In my ending is my beginning. And you know, that's another thing that these beings who have kept all this sacred information hidden in Vatican City, they know, they travel interdimensionally. I've met them in other countries. I traveled by train, bus, and foot. All the ways possible, right? But anyway, they not necessarily did. We should be able as human beings to just say, okay, I want to be in Timbuktu right now. And boom, I could be there if I wasn't so, again, like bound up by these reptilians. So again, going back to Manik, today's energy, it represents the power found in completion, in closure, which basically today is, if there's any new year and ending of a year, it's really today and not any other, not the 25th, the day of, Santa. Rearrange the letters in the word Santa and you get Satan. So happy Satan Day. Spend all your money on the people who should love you regardless if you give them anything or not. Anyway, today is a sacred day. Manik represents the ability to see intrinsic beauty within yourself and within all things. And living like this requires being fully in your beauty and power, where your self-authority naturally flows. It's the position where your ego is aligned with your divine will. And again, the most important, I think, one of the most important symbols is key, because it's about uniting our heart with our mind, and I think that's kind of the internal polar shift as well that I was talking about, that's happened 27,000 years ago. Anyway, so when our ego is aligned with our divine will, we're standing in our full power and our full beauty, because the very presence invites others to be all that they are too. It's like we're saying, it's okay to be who you are. That's so beautiful. Wow. And me too. I want to be who I am too. And you know how I really know that this is happening? I'm not gonna say. Anyway, to the Maya, the blue hand represents the deer, the gentle, serenely aware guide who walks in fluid beauty and grace, opening and revealing. The essence of blue hand is held in the metaphor of a wave. The wave has many stages, from momentum to crest to completion, and merging with the ocean once again. Blue hand connects you to the greater ocean and reveals the shores of your true identity. If you identify with the struggle of eddies and storms, that's the learning you will draw to you. That's the learning you will draw. What you identify with is what you draw to you. Again, this is a portal. We are portals. Every chakra is a portal, an entrance way into us. Imagine what we have to learn. So, so if you identify with your oneness of spirit by law of